Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you so much for joining us once again on the first day of your weekend. I'm Daniel Cook, your host, Monday through Saturday at 6 p.m. for a translated version of the news in English. In today's news, tomorrow on June 21st, 3,382,000 Albanians will vote to elect their new mayors and city councilors. There are more than 60 political parties in the race and hundreds of mayoral candidates. Aura News will be monitoring the entire election process completely impartially and reporting in real time. Around 200 reporters will be in position throughout the entire country of Albania to cover all the events of the day. Aura News will give a marathon broadcast starting at the beginning of the voting process and continuing until the end of the counting process and the declaration of the winner. Iulian Droci, the president of RTV Aura News, makes the following announcement to our viewers. RTV Aura News has shown that it knows how to cover an election campaign, how to report the truth that the public wants to hear. Aura News wanted to be the first to report the will of the people. Therefore, the results of 3 polls that were conducted by the prestigious Italian company IPR Marketing have been given on our program tonight, Il Vettore. With total impartiality and full independence, we have taken the responsibility to tell you the trend of the vote through ongoing surveys and to discover the outcome before it is made official through exit polls. We will go forward with this mission, supported by the strong success we have had in past elections. We are not doing this to satisfy any of the politicians of any political side, as in fact, none of them are happy with it. We do this to serve the public and the truth, based upon the best practices of the European countries. Aura News has hired the well-known Italian research company IPR Marketing to conduct the exit polls on June 21st. The poll will be conducted in a professional manner in the cities of Tirana, Durrës, and Shkodra. Wherever you see a group of people wearing t-shirts and caps with the logos of IPR Marketing and Aura News, feel free to respond to them. Your anonymity will be preserved. Aura News wants your help in doing this in the most professional manner possible and conveying the information to the public in record time. Thank you for your trust. The Lejë police have given out details about yesterday's incident in the Rile village, in which there were shots fired very close to the vehicle of the SMI MP, Monica Krui-Madhi. She was traveling with her daughter at the time. The police say that they have questioned a number of people about the incident and that they are working to identify the authors. Earlier today, the MP told Aura News that the shooter's vehicle was bearing the logo of the Democratic Party. She feels that this was an attempt at intimidation by the Democrats. Specifically, she suspects the Democratic MP Aldo Bunci, and she made a statement telling him to distance himself from incriminated people. Mr. Bunci has since responded to this statement, saying that her accusations are merely conjecture. He even gave an alibi, saying that at the time of the incident, the Democratic candidate for Lejë was giving an interview at a local television station, and that he, together with the Democratic staff, were present at the television station. There is a suspect in the event, a man named Tonin Fizi, but he claims that he learned about the event only from the media and that he went straight to the police after learning that he was a suspect. He says that he called the police to learn the truth and that he was not at the scene at the time that the shots were fired. Meanwhile, a number of other incidents occurred today as well. In Shijak, there were explosives placed at the door of a Democratic Party supporter. In Durrës, the police have given out information about the incident that the Democratic Party reported yesterday. According to them, a woman was beaten up by the Socialist Party supporters. However, the police say that the individuals who beat her are unknown and that there have been previous denouncements of her character, leading to reasonable doubt that the event was politically motivated. In Mat, the staff members of the right-wing candidate are accusing the police chief of beating up one of the candidate's relatives. A report by the U.S. State Department on terrorism in 2014 notes that Albania, Kosovo, and Bosnia are the 3 Balkan countries that have provided the most fighters per capita to terrorist groups operating in the Middle East. Even though Albania has been praised for the support that it has given to the coalition led by the United States in the fight against the Islamic State, the report highlights the problems that our country is facing in preventing the groups that are recruiting fighters. Although the law enforcement agencies are working hard to detect and prevent activities related to drug trafficking, they have not approached potential terrorist threats with the same enthusiasm. The report says that the corruption in the justice system continues to hamper the efforts of Albania to implement its own laws. The head of the Alliance for the Future of Kosovo, Ramush Haradinaj, has arrived in Pristina after being held up by the Slovenian authorities in connection to accusations from Serbia. Mr. Haradinaj has spoken out against the Slovenian authorities and also against the President and Prime Minister of Kosovo for their attitude about the situation. He said, "Our country has all the worst things that a country in transition can have, but this does not give other countries the right to mock us. I did not take this as an injustice against me as a person or against my party, but I took it as an injustice against my country. I did not feel good about the response from those who rule my country," said Haradinaj. Mr. Haradinaj was stopped in a Slovenian airport on Wednesday because there was an arrest warrant out against him, which was issued by Serbia in 2004. The Slovenian authorities took his passport and he was set free on Friday by the ruling of the court. 30 minutes after midnight, he arrived in the Rinas airport in Tirana, where he was welcomed with applause. In connection to this case, the Kosovo parliament has drafted a resolution that the government must send a letter of protest to Slovenia. There were also a number of protests held outside the Slovenian embassy in Pristina. The Ministry of Culture has published a competition on its official website for all the companies that are interested in the job of reconstructing the Theater of Opera and Ballet. The current building was constructed in 1959, and aside from the Opera Theater, it hosts other entities such as the National Library. Unfortunately, the building has fallen into a state of disrepair. The reconstruction will require a large sum of money and a timetable for the work, beginning with the stage itself, which is the most problematic area. The reconstruction must also include the artist dressing rooms and the administrative offices, which still bear the same decor that they did in the dictatorship. Ora News has contacted the director of the theater, Ilir Kerdi. He says that several options are being considered as far as a location to host performances in the meantime. The Ministry of Culture has announced that the consulting work for the project has already begun. Thank you so much for choosing Ora News as your source for English updates. Please be with us again on Monday for more translated news in English. Thanks, and have a great weekend.